Good afternoon and welcome
Thank you, everybody.
to the COA board meeting of November 4th. Today we will be going over our agenda and talking about some of the outreach situations and hopefully have a good afternoon. I'd just like to warn you all that this is an open meeting law. We follow that to the T. We don't do Zoom anymore, so everybody is in person. And we have a quorum. We're short a few people, but we still have a quorum.
Correct.
So we're all set. And I'd like to ask if there's any announcements to be made from the board. Yes, Marilyn?
There are two little food pantries. One by the Baptist church that gets empty as fast as it fills, and there's one out here by the courtyard in front of where the senior citizens are. And if you have any extra non-perishable food, either place would use it gladly. And the Saturday after Thanksgiving will be the memory care event at the Baptist church.
Which Ann Lee runs and runs well every month. She does a good job. She has quite a bit of people that are now attending.
Nice. What?
Does anybody else have anything to?
Mary does.
Yes, Mary.
I have an apology. I had a...
An apology?
Yes, I had my thank you note to the board that I left at home.
Well, you go get it.
Yes, immediately.
Oh, my.
I cannot thank you enough for the flowers that you sent. I was at a very low point in the day in my hospital room, almost in tears, and they walk in and they have this unbelievable basket of fall flowers.
Oh, nice. They
And I
arrived.
opened it and it
Yeah.
was from you. So I really wanted to make sure that I hand-delivered the thank you note, but
This is better.
This is better.
You
Exactly.
did it in person.
But just so you know, it really also taught me I send cards and stuff to people, but this reinforced, my illness really reinforced how important that little thing is. Because I will tell you, I was away from home. I was in Southbridge in the hospital down there. Yeah, because I got sick just before my grandson's wedding. That's another whole story. But that was like my turning point. Even my daughter said when she came back, "What happened?" And I said, "That happened." So I just really want you to know how much that meant. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you being on the board, and we're glad you're back. And
I am so
feeling
glad.
better.
And we're glad you're all better. Yes.
You will notice sometimes I'm feeling better, but I have never been so tired in my life. I'm up now to like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours then, but when I sit down, I go right to sleep. So, but much better over time. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have an announcement?
Nope.
Well, we'll announce that we have cupcakes because it's Marilyn's birthday. So happy birthday, Marilyn.
Thank you.
And I guess the next thing would be the minutes. Has everybody reviewed the minutes from last time?
I will move to approve the minutes as read.
Okay, Marilyn makes a motion to approve the minutes of
October 7th.
October 7th. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
That was Jeannie?
No, Mary.
Mary. Okay, Mary seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. write this down. I'm not used to being chairperson here.
Oh, but you're doing a good job. So, there you go.
Okay. The next thing on the agenda is the Friends report. And I see Andy is here, and are you here to give a report, or?
Well, I can report that Sandra is not here. She's had other emergencies, and Charlie's not here, so I'm here.
Okay,
But I have, the only thing I can report is that I believe we're moving our meeting to the next Tuesday because kind of early in the month for us.
so what would that date be?
The 12th,
The 12th?
12th, yep.
So it'll be
Same place, same time, yeah.
1 o'clock on the 12th?
Yeah. It gets kind of, like I said, when it occurs this soon in the month, I can't even print out the bank statements, they're not ready yet and so forth, so, yeah. So
Okay.
anyhow, nothing else pressing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Andy, do you want to share about the?
Oh, yes, I thought you were going to put that in your report.
You can,
No,
you do it.
we'll be presenting the check for the van at tonight's select meeting.
oh, very good,
Wow,
wow,
Long
that's
time in coming.
excellent.
that's
Yeah.
super nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, I appreciate
And
it.
also, a little tip is, we're going to do the Follies presentation too. It's like $1,100 from the Follies.
Oh, from the Follies, oh, very good,
Yeah.
very good.
Do you know if anyone else is going?
I sent out a message last week that it'll be at tonight's meeting, so
Okay.
haven't heard back. So, yeah.
You'll be there?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm going to call Barbara and make sure that she knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That's very nice.
Barbara's down in Florida.
No, Barbara McRae.
Oh,
She was the one that instigated the Follies
Yeah.
movies, and
Mm-hmm, right.
so she was involved with that from the very
She was
beginning.
very involved in that from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right, she was.
yeah.
So, well, thank you to the Friends, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we can get going on, we'll be ordering the van, what, the first of the year, or the middle of the year, or?
The van order is already in,
Oh, it is.
and I believe we take possession of it in June of 2025.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I get to drive it first, right?
Yep.
Well, if you got your license, maybe you could drive it first.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need a special license?
We don't?
No?
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh,
Your
okay.
automobile.
Well, there you go, Andy.
Driving
That's interesting.
record.
Because you need don't you need a special thing for the, no?
No,
No?
no, just a
Okay,
clean
there you go.
driving record.
Really, that's cool. So anybody can drive it.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice to know.
With training
Yes, of course.
and a clean driving record, anyone
Yes,
can drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of
Well,
the,
there must be quite a bit of training to
Mhm.
do the lifts and
Yeah.
everything too, right?
Wheelchair securement, driver sensitivity, disability awareness,
Mhm.
drug and alcohol training, CPR, first aid, AED. everything.
Anybody just got smaller.
Absolutely. Gigi, you're not trained? Not ready to go, huh?
Not on the van.
Oh.
No, just utility.
yes, yes, yes. Okay.
So if anybody wanted to apply, how
Mhm.
much training? I mean, is it like a week, a month?
I think it's a couple, they do it in chunks, so they'll do like CPR and first aid, AED, all in one.
One time.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then driver sensitivity and wheelchair securement, they'll do together. So it's just a couple of days.
A couple of days.
Spread out.
Very good.
Mm,
Good.
nice.
Okay, so we can go on now to the director's report. If Andy doesn't have anything else to say. I'll be watching you on TV tonight.
Thank you. Nobody's doing
He
much.
had good news.
He had real good news.
Good
Yeah.
news, yeah.
All right, just give me a second to share my screen. Okay. Did we already do a Megan introduction while I was out of the room?
No, we did not. I left that for you.
Okay. So let's start there. We have Megan Murphy here with us. Megan started last Monday. She is our new full-time programs coordinator. She comes to us with 32 plus years of experience in the elder services world. She has worked as an adult day health director, a private geriatric care manager. She's worked at ASAPS before, Aging Services Access Points, which is actually where I have worked with her in in the past, I would say like 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago.
So Megan comes to us with lots of experience. She's already booking programs into March already. And yeah, Megan, anything you want to say about yourself?
No, I'm just very excited to be here. Yes, very exciting. And hopefully I'll be scheduling things that people actually want to do and see. So suggestions are welcome.
And having worked with you for just a smidgen of time, so pleasant, so friendly, and so easy to get along
I
with.
try.
She helped me last
She's a
week. She was
sweetheart.
excellent.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she helped me last
We're
week.
good
It was
to,
great
good to have her
meet
around.
Yes, for certain.
Very excited to have her on board.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited to not have to do all the programming.
Oh, my gosh, that's huge.
Especially when you move into that building.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I told Megan when she started, I said, this is your job right now, but once we get in that new building, it might
That's okay.
look totally different, but that's the same for all of us. I think things are gonna change drastically.
After having
Completely.
gone through that building last week, it's just,
Oh, wow.
it's incredible.
Oh, wow.
I hope you're gonna talk about that.
Yep.
In your,
Yep.
I mean, it was just an incredible walkthrough, and the space we're going to have, and all of you ladies having your own office with space instead of narrow nothing. It's just, and the multipurpose room was, my God,
Yeah,
that was, you could almost start
it
crying
was a
when you
ball,
walked
it
in
was
there.
like a ballroom.
Yeah, and the kitchen was beautiful. It was just-
Very, Charlie is.
Yes, it was-
Gail was very happy, yeah.
Gail is very happy.
I bet she
Our
was, yes.
kitchen diner.
She came out saying, yes, yes, yes.
Well, I can talk about it right now because it's on my list. So we did do the walkthrough last Monday, and we did 3 rounds. The first round was with the Finance Committee, the Select Board, our TA, our ATA, and the COA Board and Friends Board did the next round. And then in the last round, we had EHS COA staff and some town hall staff members who went through the building, and we did full tour upstairs, downstairs, and had really great positive feedback. Kind of went through and described what is going to be happening in each room and the flexibility of each space and how all the different potential ways we could use it in the future. It's just really exciting to see it actually coming together.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duggan.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Not very good at it. I was told by that by my mom and dad, actually.
Oh my goodness.
We were just talking about our walk through the building.
Outstanding, isn't it?
It is,
Oh,
and it's coming so fast,
It is.
so fast.
but not fast enough.
And for anyone who wasn't able to actually attend, LCTV did film it and take lots of photos, so we're going to put together a video that will play on cable. We'll share it on YouTube, on the Facebook pages.
Oh, nice.
So anyone who wasn't able to be there
I'm gonna sit
can
here.
That's a good.
see what it was like.
Make it easier.
And you can take over as
Well,
chairman now.
you can continue for a minute or two. I have to get settled. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, I'm sitting low in this chair.
We were just talking about our walkthrough.
I gathered, huh?
And how wonderful it is.
Yeah.
And like Mr. Duggan says, it's not fast enough.
This is
Get
true.
in there. Everybody wants to just get in and get going.
They do.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
And did I miss the birthday celebration?
Yes,
Yes.
it's Marilyn's birthday.
Happy
Yes,
birthday. I knew it was your birthday, but and I knew this was going to happen. So thank you for making this happen. So that's wonderful. Great. Continue.
Yes.
Let me get settled.
Continue.
And I'll catch up.
Okay. I'll jump to the statistics as I usually do.
We're already up to the director's report.
Yes.
Whoa, you're good, lady.
Oh, I'm just reading the lines. Doing what I'm
Oh
told.
my gosh. All right, so for October, last month, for event sign-ins, 1,030 is what we recorded. We are missing a couple stretch and flex sheets that were done on Zoom, so it's slightly higher than that, and I will adjust it for our next meeting. Our transportation
Unbelievable.
numbers are not in yet. total outreach interactions, 758, and that was a total of 188 unique people coming in, talking to Amy and Alicia, myself, Sue,
Within a week, within a month.
within the month of October.
188.
Yeah.
That's a big,
Count us
that's
in
a
there,
lot.
huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially high this time of month because Alicia is our certified Shine counselor that's serving the health insurance needs of everyone. So she's certified in Medicare counseling. So that's where she is right now upstairs doing her Shine appointments. October is open enrollment, so she's out straight right now. But having her with that certification is a huge asset to the team. That way we don't have to outsource it to Minuteman.
She's very good, too.
Yes,
Because I
she
was
knows
up
her
with her.
stuff.
She did an excellent job. She's very helpful.
You can speak to that fact. Joan and I just are overwhelmed at how much her
Okay,
experience is.
I made a note.
Yeah.
that's all right, I'm ready. Got it.
Okay, so next thing on my list was earlier this week, we had a visit. Let me pull up. From Senator Eldridge and State Representative Jim Arciero. And here's the photo with our town administrator, assistant town administrator, and select board member, Mark Rombacher, and we were presented with a large check for $100,000, which was an earmark in the state budget for solar panels for the new building. So very thrilled to have received that. We had some great advocacy going on behind the scenes, so we're super lucky that this came through for us.
It was great, that was on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
good timing too.
Yeah.
Wonderful, yeah.
Will the panels be put on, like, when the construction is finished, or after, or before it's finished?
I think right now we're tracking with a little bit after. There was the racks that the panels attach to, the ones that were spec'd out are actually being discontinued. So they're, the solar consultant is sourcing a couple different options for us.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, and that does it for my list. Any questions?
No, but that's exciting.
Yes.
All exciting stuff.
So exciting.
Isn't it? I know.
Very exciting.
It's like Christmas.
Early Christmas, that's a good way of thinking about it. Thank you, Marilyn.
Christmas.
Yes, it is, so.
Will that power the entire building? The panels?
I don't know the answer to that right now, but I can get that for you.
Yeah, and my question is too, if this isn't gonna, they can always do that once the opening occurs. Weren't the library's panels put up later in
Yeah,
case?
sure.
That's not gonna hold us up.
No,
No.
no.
Our church just had theirs, after the panel, over the summer, they had the panels put on, but by the time the electric company came in and everything, it's only been a couple of weeks now that they've been, shall we say, activated or whatever. Yeah,
Okay,
but it's exciting.
Yeah.
Very good.
great. Wow,
So you taking over now?
I will,
Okay,
if that's
go
all
ahead.
right.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes.
In
Go
fact, I
ahead.
was just thinking, one of the things I wanted to mention if I had been here during announcements, was to announce and say to the board, since our last meeting, I started reading the new insert, the packet that we put in our manuals called The Elements of an Effective COA Board. And I would just urge you, I haven't finished reading it, there's so much information in there. I would really encourage you to start reading it. It is an excellent document and some really great ideas and things that can guide us. So,
I started, but I didn't get too far.
well, I didn't either because it's time consuming to read.
But
Yeah.
it's exciting.
But it's wonderful information, isn't it?
Great, yeah, I didn't get too far, but look,
Yeah,
I can't wait to get into this and read more.
yeah, well, I just wanted to urge the board to do that, so.
My
Be a better board
fault.
member.
Jim, do you have anything that you wanted to say? I didn't want to leave you here with, if you wanted to speak to the board. Yeah,
Good.
Okay.
There's cupcakes over there.
Yes, would you like
That's
to?
why I came.
Yes, there's cupcakes.
And
Please
they're,
take
you know,
them.
really,
Yes.
they're healthy ones for you.
Yes,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are very
Yeah, I've heard
healthy.
that before.
Yeah.
And it's only a bite, so you're all
Yes,
set.
that's right.
That's what I figured, only a bite before the holidays.
It's the thought that counts, not the food. So, all right. Okay, so we are down then to, if I'm not mistaken, the outreach coordinators report. Did you introduce Megan?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to make sure we did that.
Yeah, Liz did a good job explaining.
Hi, Amy.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
We're good.
Good.
So yeah, I'm just gonna piggyback on what Liz said about Alicia. She is awesome and she's great at doing her Medicare counseling. So I just want to urge members of the community to contact her as soon as possible to get an appointment. She's gonna start booking up pretty quick, and if I'm not mistaken, the open enrollment closes on December 7th.
Yes.
Or is it December 15th? No, December 7th.
Yeah.
So you want to get an appointment in with her in case you want to think about anything, and then you want to come back and firm up your decision with her before open enrollment ends. So just make sure to call and get an appointment. It's hard to fit in the walk-ins when she's back-to-back. So I just want to also note that it is getting chilly outside. So for folks that are interested in looking into heating assistance programs, there's 2 that are now accepting the applications. Obviously, the fuel assistance program through SMOC, and then the Good Neighbor Energy Fund, which is through Salvation Army. So these programs are not to be used together. You're eligible for one or the other. We can go over the eligibility criteria if people want to give us a call, make sure that we're applying for the right program for that. Oh, excuse me. And we'll make sure that we help you through the process of that if it's needed. And I missed last month's meeting, but I just want to mention, I don't know what TRED applications, the deadline for that was on September 30th. We received 18 applications this year, so I can't recall the numbers from previous years, but I think that we've got about 5 more people this year.
Yeah, I think we've got 5 more people than last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so the TRED committee is going to be meeting this week to review those the applicants and make our decisions. So
And that, I would like to say, being on the TRED committee, you've done a great job of going through all the applicants and working with them and seeing who does and doesn't apply, can receive any money.
Mhm.
So I look forward to working with you on Thursday.
Yes, it'll be very good to get it all situated. But that's all
Why
I
don't
have.
you, just for education purposes for anyone who may be watching, tell the membership, identify who the members of the TRED committee are for people, just for general interest, so people would know.
There's Fred Freund from the assessors,
Yeah?
and then there's Sue Melander, who is the citizen at large. There's me, Anita, as the representative of this board, and there's Robin, who is the treasurer, and there's Gary Wilson, who is a selectman, and he's a non-voting member, but he's there to give advice, and Amy.
Yep.
And that's it.
Is it
Oh, and
Kathy
Kathy Coughlin is the newest member at Citizens at Large,
Mhm.
if she gets appointed tonight.
Oh, so you have 2 citizens at large?
2 citizens at large.
Okay. It's quite a group of people, really, when you think about it. So, and it's very important work. So I just think, whenever we have an opportunity to let people know what's going on, it's good. So,
And everybody needs to know what we talk about as like an executive session. It
right,
stays within that room,
Mhm.
right.
so.
And TRED is tax relief for the elderly and disabled.
That's right.
Just in case somebody doesn't know. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
So,
a real good program.
it is. Thank you for enlightening us, but, thank you, Amy.
No problem.
So, I bet you're glad to have Megan here, too. Huh?
I am.
And everybody's glad to have Megan here. So, all right. Do we have any questions for either Liz or Amy? Anywhere? No?
I move that we accept the directors and assistant and outreach coordinators' reports as spoken.
I second.
Thank you for the second.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Otherwise, what's the wording that I have to use
All
now?
in favor?
I just can go to or call the motion, is that what?
Just all in favor?
All in favor, all in favor. I have to get used to this now, since we've gotten rid of going the long way around things.
Right.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have a unanimous vote. Thank you all. Thank you. Okay, moving on. That's great. Do you have anything else to add? I think you must have talked a lot about the senior center, so in the beginning, in your report. Any other news to add?
Yeah, I have some kind of technical updates about what's
Good,
going on.
good.
And what's on the schedule.
We love to hear it, so keep talking. Yes.
All right, so I can just go through my list. The vertical granite curbing has been put up in the front of the building. The sidewalks are being prepped, and they're hoping to have all of the sidewalks poured by Thanksgiving. All of the windows are trimmed out, ready for the window trim and the siding to be put up. The roof overhangs are completed. The retaining wall by the staff entrance is complete. On a side note on that, I've had so many people come up to me today alone talking about how beautiful the fieldstone looks on the building. I'm not sure if it's because they're putting up the insulation and it kind of sets off the color of the fieldstone, but a lot of positive feedback about the fieldstone around the building.
Dresses that building
It
up.
really does.
Yeah.
Very classy.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see, the elevator crew is due to start today, working on getting the elevator in. The kitchen has been sheetrocked. And the rooftop units on top of the kitchen have been set for like the kitchen hood. And then the tel data cables are being pulled through to the second floor. And we are still on track for March 11th.
Wow.
Very good.
Amen. I have a question, though.
Yes.
Did you mention staff entrance?
Yes.
Where is there a staff entrance?
So in the admin area, in between the offices, there was that wooden door that swung open.
Oh,
That's,
outside where they said that was, it was not finished when we were going through.
yes, exactly.
I know. Oh,
So you
okay.
can,
That's
we can
really
come and go,
nice.
yeah.
That's neat.
yeah.
I didn't catch that was a staff entrance.
Yeah. It's kind of like an additional emergency exit. I'm not sure if that's the door we're going to be using to come and go. It's also handy to have it right there if you
Right.
have somebody in outreach who,
Needs-
maybe is having a tough time, doesn't want to walk back through the whole building. They can just discreetly go outside to their car.
Right.
Yeah, it's a nice little addition.
Lovely. Yes, I wasn't aware of that, so I caught that though in your report. So I'm like, okay, what is that? So- Okay, any questions for Liz?
Great.
All right, I'm moving on then. I have a quick question. Andy, are you representing the Friends? I came in late.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Okay, so, and you recognized him for that. Okay, just wanted to make sure we weren't ignoring you.
Phone me up.
No, I wouldn't think of that. But I wanted to be sure, I wasn't sure. That's all. Thank you.
Make you go up to the microphone and give
Yeah.
a speech.
Oh, I was embarrassed.
I'm sure you did a great job.
He's going to the selectmen's meeting tonight with a check for the $21,000 for the van.
Dan?
Yes, he is.
Wonderful. Oh, my gosh.
And also, is it $1,100
Yeah.
from the Follies?
Plus, yeah.
Yeah.
From the Follies. Wow. That's great.
Great.
Extend our appreciation to the Friends. Please.
Just to add on to that, I should have mentioned this in my director's report, but we're recognizing Dave Plogger tonight, who gave the $25,000 for the
Oh,
naming of the study. That's on the select board agenda for tonight.
I think I need to go to that meeting tonight. What time is that meeting? 6:30?
We're on for 6:35.
6:35.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the Loaves and Fishes Award that we received, we're being acknowledged for that as well tonight. We've been acknowledged plenty of times already for this, but just one more time.
You were acknowledged, that was talked about over the weekend in my church, because I found one of the Loaves and Fishes people that still works there, that I've known since I worked there, and volunteered there, I didn't work there, I saw this weekend, and she was catching me up to date. So, and I was telling her how sad I was that I was not there when they got the award, but I was a little leery about the terrain and walking safely. So I had told Liz I wasn't going, but anyway, it's a great thing, wonderful award.
Yes, certainly.
So, and they think the world. I heard from this gal over the weekend. They think the world of our staff, so.
Great.
Okay. All right, board member update, I think, unless, do we have anything else about the senior center? Nope.
Not that I know of. Except
All
I
right.
loved my walkthrough.
I did too. That was a wonderful, wonderful, and you know, I have to, wait a minute, I have to give public thanks to the gentleman, the Vertex gentleman.
That carry the chair.
They carried a chair around in that building, so if I had trouble, I had to sit down, he was there with a chair.
Yes, he was.
I don't know his name.
Doug
He-
Goddard.
What was it?
Doug Goddard.
Doug Goddard. It wasn't Brian, because I knew who Brian was, but he was just wonderful, and thank you.
Yes.
It wasn't that
That
wonderful?
was super nice.
It was super nice. It really was. So,
Super
yes.
nice.
I do think Vertex and Commodore really did a great job making sure
Oh.
that it was accessible and the site was clean and safe for us to all walk through.
And it was, I knew he was nervous. He didn't want me to fall. I mean, because the terrain was rough, so it
Active
was.
construction site, yeah.
Yeah, and so, he was just doing his job, but he did, he really overdid his job in a way, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And they're so pleasant to talk to.
Yep, yes.
If you walk by and you ask them a question, they're just willing to talk and help, and they're very, very nice people, very nice people.
They're proud of their work, and they should be.
Yeah.
They have done a great job.
Yeah, I would say that's a good, just how my general overall experience has been with Commodore and Vertex. It's just been really pleasant, just great.
It just seems to
So
be a good
helpful.
team
Yeah.
combination. Yeah. Okay, all right, I blew that. I was going to move on, and then I got going again, right? So I'm sorry, but anyway, I was so impressed with him. Okay, board member update. Sue Melander shared her board member update with me in written form and asked me to read it to you so that we get her update today. And so I'll start with that, and then we can go in if anybody else has any updates to provide. So, Sue said, the Affordable Housing Trust, this is all about the Affordable Housing Trust update. The Affordable Housing Trust was awarded a one-stop grant for $120,000 to provide critical home improvements to income-qualified homeowners. The Affordable Housing Trust and Elder and Human Services will be working together to determine eligible applicants and projects. Correct? And Liz is nodding her head. And Sue says there are many details to be worked out. But that's exciting news.
It's, yeah, it's gonna be a great program.
Yeah.
I think, and we're working hard to make it easily accessible to people who need it. Not so many barriers, not so many, like, we would prefer you don't have to have a lien on your house if you use this grant, or you don't have to, jump through so many hoops. We want this to be
Smooth and easy.
accessible
Yeah.
to people who need it, to be able to stay in their homes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's so important. There's not many other places to go if you can't stay in your home in Littleton at this moment, so still. Okay. Working with the Elder and Human Services, the Littleton Rental Assistance Program, if you're not familiar with the Affordable Housing Trust, that program's been in existence for a while. That application and information has been revised for that program. If you, the audience, needs help with rent, out there, anybody that you know that needs help with rent, you may qualify. So contact the Elder and Human Services Outreach for information and assistance. Correct, Amy?
Yep.
Yep. And that's a wonderful program. So, yes.
Apologize.
That's all right. I've done that myself a few times, forgotten to take the ringer off. Okay, and the Affordable Housing Trust continues to discuss the Durkee Farm property. That has been talked about since the Affordable Housing Trust, I think, was incorporated and they started in business. It's been a long time. The farmhouse, the barn, and the land for developing affordable housing is being discussed, And they will be consulting with Metro West Collaborative about that. And lastly, there is still a one-bedroom unit available, this gets me, for sale at Hager Homestead for an applicant at an income level of 60% AMI or below. For information, go to the sebhousing.com. So get the information out to people if you know. This was their meeting a week ago, 2 weeks ago, on Thursday night that this information was brought forth. So, if you know somebody that really, is looking for affordable housing, 60% AMI is pretty good, if I'm not mistaken, I think, so. And that's Susan's update. Okay? All right, other updates from other board members. Anybody have anything to say? No?
I just want to reiterate, I wrote an article in the Broadcaster for November, and we put in a handout, and it's all about tax exemptions and tax deferrals. So I also did a show with Gary Wilson, and we spent time going over each exemption, what qualifies and how you can get it, and talked a lot about the deferrals for people who want to stay in their home and are having a hard time. I don't know how much time you want me to give to that, if you want me to talk about it or not. Liz, do you think there's a need to get into it? I mean, you put it out on Facebook and YouTube, and then I did my show. So there's a lot of opportunities to read the Broadcaster, look at the insert, and you would go and see any of the ladies in the assessor's office, or you could go to any of the outreach ladies in our department, and they all know how to fill the applications out and help. And everybody is willing to help anybody who needs help.
I'll just add, for people who are viewing, it might not be something for you personally, but keep in mind neighbors and other people that you might know that could benefit from that information.
Right.
We always need to share our information. Here comes Joe Knox. So, okay. All right, I'll wait for him to come in and ask if he has anything he wants to offer under that title, and hi there.
Hi there.
Well, you're going to have to come all the way around, because I snuck in late too, Joe. Don't feel bad, I was late. So,
Watch the cord.
just the day.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks.
And we're celebrating Marilyn Fidel's birthday. It is today.
Yes.
So that's why you have a cupcake sitting in front of you.
Yes. Just a little treat.
She's 39
Yes, she is.
today.
And looks very well.
it, huh? So, welcome. You want to hand him the packet? Is that a packet? Just so he knows where we are.
Yeah, we're down here. I don't know if there's two. There might be two. And you want that, and you want that.
Yeah, and I just stopped when I saw you coming down the walk, so I said, wait for Joe. He might have something he wants to say under a board member update, so I don't know if you do or not, but anyway.
No, I'm all set.
You're all set?
Yep.
Okay. Then we're going to move on to finalizing the COA board rules and regulations that we've been working on so diligently. But before we get into that particular, the specifics of that, because in your packet you have a new summary that Sue sent out. And yes. Is there an error?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's okay. This is only a worksheet. So
And I can just write on it.
you can do that. Yes, you can. So, a lot's been going on in the past couple of weeks about when you're thinking about board duties and responsibilities and where we are. So, and we've been talking about, some people wanted to, Susan wanted to give up some things, and we've been back and forth about that. Marilyn is interested in doing some other things, and so I want to bring the board up to date as to my decisions, and not just mine, but I've talked to people, I've talked to Marilyn, I've talked to the Peaches who thought they were going to be interested in the Affordable Housing Trust. I've talked many times to Susan herself, because she's the one we're trying to lighten the load on.
Right.
Her schedule, she just had too many things that she was doing. So here's where we stand, and we all came to an agreement, if I'm not mistaken. I talked to Susan probably the last thing before I went out the door to my appointment today, so I know that she's on board with this. And we have decided that it's best, to the best interest of everybody, if we move forward, and Susan will be staying with the Affordable Housing Trust. That has been an assignment of hers since the Affordable Housing Trust was started, way back, I believe. And so she's keeping that. She wishes to keep that. Marilyn is going to be, I will appoint Marilyn to do, and I hope Liz will agree to this, because Liz and I will appoint Marilyn to represent the board with Minuteman. And the Peach, I've talked extensively with Mary Ann and John too, and I haven't talked to Liz, but I think she would agree with me that undoubtedly there are going to be new things and new areas for the board to become more active in it once we get into that new building. There's no question in my mind. So we have that to look forward to. We also have another thing that I want the board to be considering and walking away from this meeting to consider and think about, and that's the highlight show we have on TV. We owe Susan Melander and Anita many thanks. They developed that program. How many years ago?
Almost 4.
4 years ago. They've done a wonderful job. However, it should be, I think, a shared project for the board. And board members should maybe think about this. Take turns. Working with Mark Rory and Liz over, and we have to talk. Liz didn't even know I was going to say this today. So.
I didn't either.
And so didn't know. So, well, I talked to Susan Melander and I got going on the phone today. So, and we both agreed that it's worth considering having the board change the way we do things. And maybe we're thinking, what about everybody, or maybe 2 board members, pairing up to do one taping? It's fun. I've filled in for Susan mostly when she's been absent, or haven't I?
Right.
A few times, and I love it. It's great fun to do.
Are you a TV star?
I wouldn't say that, but it's not bad. I was a little challenged, when the first time Anita called and said, "Can you do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." But it's really enjoyable. So I wish, and I'm asking the board to think about it. Whether or not individually you are. I think a pair of 2 people working together, like maybe the Peaches love to work together as husband and wife. And so maybe they would take it on, and you get help, right, Liz?
Yes.
About
I think
topics, and Anita and Susan would certainly work with you.
I think maybe what should happen, just to start with, if somebody's really interested, I'm thinking if any of you have any topics that you would like to talk about, to get out to the public, so that people know what's going on, then work with either Sue or me the first time, and see how easy it is, and then it's easier.
Yeah.
And Mark makes you look good even when you're bad.
He does.
He does. He makes you look good no matter what, because Sue and I have screwed up more times than not. Sue has mostly done, we write a little script that we're going to say, and we fall off of it. We don't stay on it. And, we ad-lib. The first couple of times we did it, we stuck to the lines and didn't smile and didn't do anything. Now we ad-lib, we change everything. We don't tell Mark we're doing it. And so it's a lot, it really is a lot of fun. And I enjoyed working with Gary to get all the tax information out. And I'm sorry I didn't have time to call you, but Gary was in the room and said, "I'm here," and I said, "All right, I'll apologize to Joe afterwards, because you were supposed to be on tape with me, so I apologize for that."
Well, anyway,
But I'll find something else.
I'm not worried about it.
I'll find something else that we'll go on TV together.
So everybody think about it. And, I think it would be worthwhile, and we can be very creative, especially with things that are going to be changing for us. And this could be a part of our change, too. So it shouldn't, we need to spread the wealth about duties And so, yeah, people have had, a lot of extra duties, and we need to lighten the load for some people.
One of the things that's gonna happen in November, as soon as Sue and I get our act together, tomorrow and the next day, is to interview Megan. Because she's the newest.
She's already
I've
been,
told you.
recruited.
But I don't know, we'll have to find a date before Thanksgiving, because Sue's gone after Thanksgiving. So, we'll get that done. That'll be our next thing that we do. And if you want me to throw on stuff from the November broadcaster, we'll just add that right into the interview. So,
Okay, now I'll keep quiet. But anyway, but I just, those thoughts, as I was talking to Sue to make sure that I wanted to really try to finalize these assignments, and what people are going to be doing. And so I talked to her before she had her appointment today, and so, yeah. And I said, well, I'm going to bring this back to the board today, just so that, and she's fine with it, she's happy. I think Marilyn's happy, I think Peaches are happy.
Yes,
So I think it's going to work out well.
sure. Thank you so much. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay, so,
You happy?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
happy.
so, but we can get into specifics because we still have this situation of updating our rules and regs. And one of the things that we have a new, what Susan sent out to everybody. I asked for copies to be handed out because I didn't think you'd probably think to bring one. And so anyway, you have a copy. One of the issues was, there was questions raised about how many, the minutes of our meetings. And I was charged with talking to Diane Curry, which I did do right away, right after our last meeting.
Right.
And she was very clear and said, Marge, you people have a meeting regularly once a month. And it's been working out fine, that you do not have to submit a draft copy of your minutes. You always review them at your next meeting, and they get submitted then.
Wow.
And that's all that is necessary to do. Now, if we were not to be meeting, for example, we were on vacation, we might want to, look at that, but anyway. But it's really not an issue with her. So that's the answer to that question.
Good. That's clarified.
Yeah, okay. So, and the other thing, what was it that we were keeping, was another issue, if I'm not mistaken, and I did not reread this myself. It was more than that was brought up, that we had to, the nominating committee, was it the old thing? I have the old list that we had. Let me just check it, and I did not do that. I don't see any changes. Under the nominating committee, the membership of the emeritus status, the suggested change was, that was old. The suggested change is on your new sheet as the COA board may propose and elect a past board member to emeritus status. Candidates must have, there was a change down in 322 and to make it and/or.
right.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
And I think that's okay.
Yep.
And then we made some changes on down into Article 5.
Second Monday, yes. That was.
1.1. Well, let's see, I have a note written that it was, if the second Monday is a legal holiday, it says the meeting shall be held on the third Monday. Or, oh, I see. I thought we were going to add if the second Monday is a legal holiday or the date of town meeting.
Right.
That we did not add, though.
Yeah, we did on this.
Oh, it went down. She put it down below.
Yeah, 5-2.
Okay, 5, that's okay then.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. And then I think that, those are the other changes. I think there was one question, we were going to correct the VOLITE spelling. It's a vote, VOTE. Needs to be corrected. Okay. don't think I had, the director was capitalized under Article 6, the director was a capital D. That was a change.
Yeah, making that capital.
Yep. I don't see this was from our last meeting, and what I had written in it for changes.
What
so.
I have still says that draft minutes are filed with the town clerk within 2 weeks.
Well, then, she suggested, remember when she sent,
That's current.
this is the suggested change.
Oh, okay.
So, the Director of Elder and Human Services, the draft minutes do not have to be filed within 2 weeks of a board meeting. According to Diane,
Right.
because we're so consistent and we routinely do this.
Yes,
She said you're fine.
yes.
So how do you want it to read? The director shall ensure the approved minutes are submitted to the town clerk. We can just say when they, as soon as they are approved at the,
Within 2 days of the board meeting.
because they should be, within two, I understand. The approved minutes are submitted to the town clerk within 2 days of the board meeting at which the minutes are approved. Like today, the minutes were approved.
Right.
So within, is that reasonable? Liz, can you do that in 2 days?
No.
No? We had to take that away.
Most of
from
the
you.
time, yes.
Well, I know, I don't
do is
know,
put
you
it
know,
into-
that was something, that's another thing, but these responsibilities were written and are in the manual, but in another document as far as, and that was the agreement with the select board and in the town, the responsibilities for the director, and that happened back when, I know, because I've been involved that long, I'm dating myself, but back when this board's responsibilities were changed from supervising the director to advising the director.
Right.
So,
A week would be more realistic.
so I'll look at that. I'll look at the wording in there, and maybe we can say a week. But I think that's why we had put in the,
Yeah. This isn't,
Within 2 days.
it's not a hard task, it's just one that tends
it's time.
to
It's just to take a little bit of time.
fall
time
down
con-
the,
But it's time consuming to put them in to
Right.
falls
fit
down
that.
the priority tree.
Well, and it just seems to me that it should make, you maybe need to be responsible for making sure they're in there, but it doesn't mean you have to do it. I don't think it should be. I mean, you could delegate it. You should be able to delegate to your staff to help you, like Sue Raymond could do it.
It doesn't take long, but it's,
But overall, it's your
It's another
responsibility,
task,
just to
yep.
make sure the minutes are in there. That's what I'm thinking, that's what they said in the beginning, and I did not look that up, but, so that's the only questionable area.
Director of Elder shall ensure that approved minutes are filed with the town.
I can look.
Within a week.
Within an approved minutes, it's like the sentences,
Hold on.
it's like the sentence is there twice.
I think we can cross out under the suggested change that draft minutes are filed with the town clerk within 2 weeks of board meeting.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does, she told me that, we don't have to do that.
So we should scratch that out. Approved minutes submitted to the town clerk. The first part of the sentence.
Yeah,
is
I'm
needed.
I'll have to, the MOA between the Board of Selectmen and the Council on Aging, I'll review that to see if that's where, I think that that's in your manuals. And that was done back in 2013. And I think that's where, it specifies that it's her responsibility, and I'm thinking, it's your responsibility to make sure it's done, but you can delegate that.
Amy?
Yeah.
Is
Actually-
that Megan's coat?
She's coming back.
Oh, she.
And she can change the time from 2 days to 2
Actually,
weeks.
couldn't Sue
Yes.
do it?
Well, she can
Sue
delegate
has-
anything, but it's her
No,
responsibility.
No,
She
I didn't mean Sue Raymond. I meant Sue is the clerk doing this. She has it. And
Oh, as the clerk, she
and
could do it, the
You only
secretary
go
could.
into the town clerk, and it's that form. Isn't that what you fill
Yeah,
out?
you just upload from, on the
Yeah,
town
you
website.
just upload it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's where we should put it, so I'm gonna review the MOA, because what happens is, I think it's in here that it specifies, and we have to go change the MOA if we're changing things, recommend to the select board that they change something, but and you have it in your manuals.
Yeah.
So if you wanna review it too, please do. It's under the rules and regs.
Yeah.
We should probably be updating that, actually. 2013
this
is
particular
like almost,
sentence is
it's
off,
over
too.
10 years old. So, and Liz, you might want to review it too, because it affects you.
Yeah, something.
So, yeah, and that goes way back, so. All right, why don't we leave it at that? You think that's okay? And we will at least take out,
The first part of the sentence, the first.
yes, here's mine. What are you saying?
The director of elder shall ensure.
Oh, the draft minutes, no.
Yeah, and then approved minutes submitted, the direct.
And we can
Shall
take that out,
ensure
and we can just,
that
yeah,
approved minutes are submitted
approved minutes
to-
submitted to the town clerk within 2 days. I think we can do that safely, and then we'll start looking at the
The rest of it.
MOA.
Yeah.
Sound good to all of you? Okay. All right. That's where we're at then. So our new job is to, we'll finalize the rules and regs, get it back to you in the printable, form. And the next thing is, it's not very long, the MOA. Well, 1, 2, 3, 3 pages, and the 4th page is all the signatures. So, take a look at that. Okay? And other than that, I don't think, anybody have anything else to say about the rules and regs? I think we're pretty well caught up with that. All right. Okay. So, any other thoughts about, I keep thinking about the new center, and it's hard to know what responsibilities and what's going to be cropping up, but I'm just thinking it's going to be a whole new world.
Yeah. And it's exciting.
It is exciting, and I think we need to go into that with, okay, how can we and what can we do to, and as time goes on, even like now that Megan's here, Sue Melander's responsibilities will probably slide back to be functioning more as it was when Nicole was here, and not quite so as involved as it's been since we all took over trying to help Liz out.
Yes.
So that would be, a change too.
Well, Sue did contact a couple people who are going to step up for Thursday.
Oh, good.
I
Yes.
offered, but she said she already had 2 people.
Yes,
So
Donna and I
Mary?
stepped up.
And Jean, and the 2 of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you on cleanup?
Clean up.
No, I think Jean is serving.
Oh, because
And
I
Mary's
had
serving.
volunteered for serving, and she
Yeah.
said she only needed 2.
Yes.
So whoever.
That's right, yeah.
I said whatever capacity she needed us in
But I
cleanup is
couldn't,
fine.
I couldn't
And
stay
then
for
she assigned
cleanup.
us cleanup.
Yep.
Cleanup.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Megan, we'll do Wednesday at 1?
Yep.
Okay. And then when we're finished with TRED, it's supposed to go 9 to 10. We can set the tables then, with the tablecloths and stuff.
Yeah, and then just not move them out until
Mhm.
the, whatever's
Yeah.
there starts.
Yeah.
Whatever's
We
there.
can
Yeah,
help you with
perfect.
setup,
So
too,
Wednesday at
so-
1.
Wednesday at 1.
I'll be there.
Yeah, so as we transition, see that, this is gonna change a little bit too, so once Megan gets her feet on the ground and gets, knows the routine and the ins and outs of things.
Knows everything, oh heavens.
Well, we expect you to know everything, sooner or later.
Gotta give me at least a month.
Yeah,
No pressure.
yeah, so, all right, great.
So if we have a fling in December, you can handle it.
Yes,
fling
a
in
fling.
December?
We've had wonderful flings. We've
Oh my
had
gosh,
spring
yes.
flings, fall flings.
Yes.
Fling
So-
flings, sure.
She's planning our New Year's celebration
Whoa.
in January.
In
New Year's,
January.
not New Year's Eve, just a New
Just
Year
a
celebration.
new year. Yes.
We got a bunch of things already scheduled, so.
That's great.
I think as far as I've gone is March so far.
Yeah.
That's about it, so.
That's,
That's a long
But
way.
I'm
No,
gonna need to,
so
like,
far.
again, I'm doing things from Liz's suggestions and stuff, and like things from, but I need to know what people want.
Well, that's, we're going to have to help you establish a feedback.
Yeah.
Feedback
And you-
line
We're
from,
having a meeting with me December 5th, 4th, 5th, 5th,
5th.
5th.
Mochas with Megan?
Muffins and mochas with Megan.
muffins and
Megan likes
bogas.
mocha, hot chocolate and.
Oh my
chocolate
gosh, you
together.
do?
Good.
I
sounds
love
good.
that.
Oh
do
my
too.
gosh, so do I.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Mocha
I
is my
couldn't just do
favorite.
muffins, I had to put some mochas in
I
it.
may be cut off from that. but-
We couldn't do mojitos or margaritas, so.
No.
Anyway, but, so as long as the board recognizes, and please, put your thinking caps on. You know, we need to be flexible, but I think it's going to be exciting
Yeah. And
To
Megan, you might
to hear
have,
about new responsibilities.
you might have done programs elsewhere that we never thought of, which, my gosh.
I know, I know, it's interesting.
You know,
There's
it
a
might-
lot of, there's
it
a lot of
just-
things to do.
People have been bringing in like clippings from other centers and ideas that they've seen, which I think is very helpful because sometimes you find a company who does, events and they might have a list of different programs. So even just you see one interesting thing, bring it to us. We'll research it.
Yeah,
further.
exactly.
Well, and it's so, maybe it'd be helpful too, people need to understand, I think you all come at it from a category of, because you try to meet the needs of seniors according to categories of things. Educational program, and for example, or, entertaining programs, which would be, so.
Yeah, fitness, wellness, and social. Yeah.
Right, the physical wellness, and so people, maybe that would be a good thing to publish, to let people know, this is how you, because sometimes people are, getting out to places. In fact, somebody, what was it? They mentioned to me and said, how come you never go there for the luncheons? I'm not trying to,
Oh, the prison.
No, we've been to
the prison, no, but it's the Neshoba Tech, the dining room at Neshoba Tech.
Yes, that's really good
Yes.
there.
That would be a
Yes,
great
and-
lunch, and it's a good thing to support. So, and that came to, somebody brought it to my attention, and I'm like, I don't know, I'll suggest it.
We did go a
In the
long
past?
time ago.
Yeah,
we
not-
went in the
not
past, and
recently,
it was
so-
great.
Pre-COVID,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah. So, and they still have great meals over there, so,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
And the prison was a good place to eat,
they're
too.
still open,
And
too.
it's still open.
Yes.
Even though the main
Yeah.
prison's closed.
Well, anyway, but that's the
open.
point, I think the we need, it's hard to
Maybe
get
just
the
like
word
little
out.
ideas and then we can look
Yeah.
into it and expand from there, but anything's.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you for coming. Bye. Okay. Do we have any other business that needs to come before us? Andy, do you have anything to say now that we're about ready to adjourn and you've heard all this stuff, nothing's popped into your head?
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Move we adjourn.
Well, actually, we're doing well. It's only 4:00. This is really good, really good. And I think you all got the message here about, we need to think creatively about, okay, and let things, throw it into Liz's way. I sent her an email today, hey, is this anything that would be something that you could, share to people? It wasn't more of an educational thing. But I had no clue. And I just know the lady because we had her here and she did a program for us once, and it was not well attended, I will say, that day. But I've kept in touch with her and she does a lot of great things.
Who's
So,
this?
The cancer support.
the cancer support, Kristen, I think her first name is Kristen, I forget her last name. But anyway, so,
We used to do, well, it wasn't this group, I don't know where it did, but we used to do the walk, the cancer walk, the Relay for Life, but we haven't done that for,
there's a walk, though, that people take, the one that goes to Nara with Acton over there, and you do one they do one here in the track, don't they?
not,
The walk program?
Yeah, those are our like weekly walks.
Yeah.
But not a walk for a cause.
Walk for-
yeah, but the town used to do the Relay for Life.
I wonder who.
Yeah, I was in that a
I
couple
was
of
in
times.
that, in fact, Suzanne, which is my daughter, my granddaughter, and I, carried the banner for the first year because it was 3 generations of survivors.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think I did it twice.
Yeah. So anyway, just keep it all in mind. As we, when you come across things, it might trigger a thought. Yes?
One thing I missed this fall was the tour to the orchards.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't get that.
that was always well-attended.
Yeah,
And
it was fun.
it was fun, and
It was
the
beautiful
apples were
days.
great.
You know what else is fun? is apple picking over at Carlson's and having apple pizza for lunch.
Oh, apple pizza.
Never
Oh,
heard
it
of
is.
apple pizza,
It's
but
apple-
I never heard of that either.
Yep, but I had it, because
Well, next year.
a group I belong to, that's what we
Yeah.
did this year.
Carlson's is a wonderful destination.
yes.
Yeah, and their
It'll be on the
restaurant
list
is
again.
great.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we can also add the peaches.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the peaches,
Yeah.
but peaches.
Not a peaches,
Yeah.
yes.
No,
the peach
peaches,
season.
native peaches are to be,
Oh,
oh, yes.
The
They're
ones
so
at
good.
The Morrison Orchard used to have the best
Oh, they did.
pizzas.
They did.
And it's a shame to see it the way
tell
it
me
is.
about it.
All right. Any other input? Joe, you've been awfully quiet. Taking it all in, huh?
I do know that there's going to be another COVID clinic that our, the CERT team and Alex is working on in November, coming
Oh,
up.
because
It is
that's what I
November.
need.
Is it COVID and flu then?
No,
No,
the
it's just
flu,
COVID.
Neshoba Board of Health, I believe, has pretty much stopped their flu clinics. But this would be that private pharmacy that came out of Air. And Alex is working on
Yeah, I
trying
believe
to.
he's working with Liz, isn't he?
Not yet, but
Not yet.
he will
He
probably.
will.
Yeah,
He
he'll
will
reach
be.
out, he'll reach
He'll
out
be
to
in.
you, but I do know, gosh, we did, how many? Couple of good hundred at that flu/COVID clinic, and he will attempt to bring it back.
Because I need the flu clinic in November, because I couldn't have it before that, because I had COVID in August.
Yeah,
So you have to
yeah.
wait to 3
COVID or
months.
the flu? Do you need?
COVID. I
COVID.
COVID,
You need the COVID shot.
yeah.
It is important. I was asked that question just today by my doctor. Have
Yeah.
you had your shots yet?
Mm,
Yes, I do.
Yes, yes,
See, I'm
yes.
waiting, no, it's this month I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that,
Yeah.
So
that is
and help get the
important.
word out.
Yeah.
That's
Whenever,
important.
help get the word out to people.
And my
Okay.
My doctor says don't take the COVID shot.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow, that's
So
interesting.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Unusual.
My son says the same thing. But I do it anyway.
Yeah, but that's a doctor
Yeah.
saying not to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know, I have a question about voting tomorrow. It's a little
Yes.
late, but I've noticed though that there's no set-aside parking for seniors anymore, usually for events. I'm thinking, what's going on? Do we know? How come?
For voting?
For voting.
Yeah, have you
There
seen?
used to be spots right in the front.
Yeah, and it would be
Where it was
saying,
handicapped and it said seniors only,
yeah.
and haven't seen that.
Diane, the handicapped group, I thought, we worked with Diane on that, and for a while there, there was parking, it was always up closer to the
Right.
building for seniors, and I've had comments about that
Oh.
come to me about.
There are 4 handicap spots.
Yeah, but you can
Not
get
enough.
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, you have to cross the street first. And
I'll
they're
tell
right
you.
there.
What was it that I went to? I guess it was when I went in for my shots. I saw another senior. She was parked actually up on the median, separating, the road from the school. And she was pulling out, and I thought, very creative. And so I looked at it, and I thought, son of a gun, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
So I pulled up onto, you can get right up there in your car, and there was no problems. It wasn't really it's not like a big curb. And so, yeah, but because, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I can call Diane and ask. Maybe I'll call her and ask her, because she's still involved, I think, in the handicapped group.
The Disability Commission?
Disability,
Yeah.
yes. I'll find out why.
She has to be there, I think she's planning to be there at 5:30 tomorrow morning.
Well, I won't call her probably,
Yeah.
it's too late for tomorrow.
I have to be there at 6:30, so she better be there.
I do too.
I'm not gonna put it, she's got enough on her plate right now, but I think
Yeah.
I'll just make a note to make sure I do that. All right. Do we-
6:30 is early to go to the voting.
Well, and the polls open at 7.
I know, you gotta be there.
Yep.
Maybe there's something we can do to help that along, to make sure it happens all the time when there's an event going on, a town event.
That's important.
Yes, okay, all right. All right, any other business? Okay, zip my mouth, as I keep saying things and extending things. All right, we can entertain a motion
I
to
move that we adjourn at 4:10 PM.
4:10 PM. 4:09, 4:10, 4:09. I have a motion made by Marilyn. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second I'm going to take it from John. He said it, and you said it at the same time, pretty
Okay,
much.
you can take John.
I'll take it from him this time.
Favoritism. Favoritism.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like that, you know.
Switch off?
All
All in
right.
favor?
All in
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.